Okay, there we go. Now we're recording. So the idea behind this whole thing will be the basic rule of the 3-week rule for anime. Like, if you're gonna watch an anime and you don't know new season starting, you don't know where it's gonna be, whether or not you're gonna continue to watch it or if you're gonna drop it. You watch it for 3 weeks. You watch 3 episodes. And after that, you can make the decision on whether or not you're going to continue watching it, continue dropping it. So that's what we're doing here. We've watched 3 episodes of 2 different shows, and we are going to give our first impressions and kind of talk about the shows, the 3 episodes, where they're going, what we think, and whether or not we're going to continue watching them. And spoilers. We will try not to do big spoilers, but we're gonna spoil it, and there will be a spoiler warning, so then you can just like not watch that bit and then come back when the spoiler warning is over. There'll be a sign and it'll be spoiler, and then it'll go away, and then you can continue. So the 2 shows that we're doing this week for the 3-week rule is Absolute Duo, which is animated by a person I can't remember right now. I do not know who is animating Absolute Duo at all. I don't know. I'm looking right now. I'm looking right now, trying to figure out who animated Absolute Duo, because I was supposed to have known this before I started recording, but I didn't. Okay, Absolute Duo is a Japanese television series, of course. It's an anime. That's what we're doing here. We're recording anime. Ends by 8-Bit. Licensed in North America by Funimation and Australia by Madman Entertainment. 8-Bit Studio is known for works like Infinite Stratos. All the Infinite Stratos. Tokyo Ravens, Encouragement of the Climb, Aquarion. I've not seen most of these. I've seen Infinite Stratos. I've seen Tokyo Ravens. That's it. That's all I've seen. Anyway, so we're gonna start with Absolute Duo. So we're gonna start on episode 1. So Absolute Duo opens up. Very typical fare for a fantasy, action, harem, ecchi show. We have a male student who goes to school for these. How do I explain? You explain it. How would you explain Absolute Duo? Like what's the plot? Give it a synopsis.
It's kind of this magic kind of thing, almost, I'd say. Well, it's you have a guy, and he's kind of introduced into this school for people that are considered special because they're able to do these blaze or whatever that was called again. And
they're blazes, right? They have like these powers, right? These like manifestations of the soul that they call blazes, blaz blue. That's a fighting game.
It's a manifestation of the soul that's brought into physical being or whatever. And essentially, these characters kind of fight to get into this school.
Did they ever say what they fight? What do they fight?
What did you ask?
What do they fight? Because I don't know. Like it's
no
like a school.
idea.
They're like training. They're like training heroes to like go protect the world. But what do they fight?
It hasn't really gone into detail as far as I've seen as to what exactly they're training them to fight yet.
Okay.
So I haven't been able to pull that out yet.
Okay.
So, and it might have been hinting toward it, but I haven't seen anything specifically kind of pointing out what exactly they're training to go against yet.
Follow me, and we're gonna go out into the open area a bit.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's pretty standard fare. He gets into school and instantly like runs into a girl who has bouncy boobs because anime. And they're talking. But what struck me as weird was that when they went into the school and sat down, you know, they're having the school assembly like they normally do. I'm going like right outside the city to the right.
Your character hasn't moved.
I'm in Wally's Memorial Bridge.
Okay.
So when they get into school, the thing that's interesting about it is that this little lolly, right? The principal is like a lolly. She's like a gothic Lolita character. Right? She's like really tiny and like creepy, and it's amazing. I love gothic Lolita characters. They're just like amazing.
Yeah, you
that
do.
sounds really dirty.
Yeah,
people who know what lollies are. But long live the lolly. Anyway, she comes in and she's like, "You guys gotta fight. The person next to you is your battle buddy." And they all have to fight, and the ones that win get into the school, and the ones that lose don't. So he beats the girl that he meets. And she doesn't get into the school, and she had her own reasons for going to school.
Of course, they almost all had like important reasons for going back.
Yeah.
It seemed like most of them, it's kind of almost revenge or kind of avenging someone from the characters so far.
I kind of forgot to mention the character's name. A mini boss. I kind of forgot to mention the character's name. The main character's name, his name is Thor. Like,
yeah,
like
it's
Thor.
spelled like Thor, like the Greek god of. I mean, not Greek god, Norse god of thunder.
But without the H. There's no H.
Okay. Yeah, but it kind of sounds like that.
Yeah, the Funimation localization, which is what we're watching. The Funimation localization has it written as T-O-R, Tor. So that's fine. What I thought was interesting though was that they introduced this character, this girl, and then she instantly gets
basically cut from the show.
Yeah, she gets cut from the show. I wonder if she's going to come back.
I feel like she is, because if you look at the title, the opener or whatever,
yes.
She's in the actual opener itself, and I don't know if they would necessarily... Yeah, she's in the opener. And I don't know if they would necessarily write her into the opener if they were just going to cut her out in the first episode and not bring her back at all. So I feel like it'll kind of allude to her at some point and maybe bring her back into the show for later episodes.
Okay. That's kind of what I was hoping. I don't remember seeing her in the opener though.
Yeah, it was like one scene in the opener, so.
Okay. There's a lot of girls in the opener.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
So yeah. So I think she's gonna come back. I think she may even be an enemy. I think she might come back as an enemy.
It's quite possible.
That's what I think. I think she's gonna come back as an enemy. So anyway, moving on. He just teleported. So moving on. So they get into the school, and we learn that Tor is actually strange. He's different than the rest of them because Blaze users.
Usually the embodiment of the soul is a offensive weapon, and his is more of a defensive.
They're always weapons. But his is a shield. So he's like an abnormality.
Yep. And they kind of... Yeah. So essentially, kind of again, playing off the idea that special because, you know, main character and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's a tiny shield.
Yeah, it's very small. It's more of like a wrist guard. If I were to explain it, yeah. It looks like a...
Check out my very weird shield. It's very tiny.
Yeah, check out this special-looking dinner plate on my wrist.
Basic.
Yeah. So, I don't know, just, I feel like he might have something else up his sleeve just because,
well,
you know...
he has this... He apparently can do, like, this Dragon Ball Z style, like, key punch.
Yeah,
right?
that just, like, destroys whatever he hits with it, essentially.
And apparently hurts him quite a lot.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, he can destroy other people's, crap with it.
And because it's not a blaze, if he hits someone with it, it actually hurts them, because you can't injure a person with a blaze. As far as you know in the first episode.
In the first episode, yeah.
You can't injure a person with a blaze. So, we get to the classroom, and again, a strange one, we meet the teacher, who is a bunny girl.
Really, really hyper.
Really hyper bunny girl. And is amazing in every single way, whose name I do not remember.
That's... Let's call her, whatever.
Let's call her
Bunny
Usagi.
girl.
That's the Japanese word for bunny.
Mr. Miyagi.
Usagi Shoujo.
Okay.
Bunny girl. Or Usagi Hime, but Bunny Princess. Anyway, so Bunny Princess... she's hyper, but they... Apparently these duos, right, is what they're referred to as, these fighters, these blaze users, they work in pairs. So they're being assigned temporary partners, and which again, they are assigned the person sitting next to them. And the person sitting next to our main character is a small girl who goes by the name of Julia, who likes to speak.
Yeah, well,
who likes to speak Swedish.
Yeah, and they call her Julie for the most part.
Yeah.
But basically, oh yeah, then you have the whole kind of intro scene where she's just staring at him for.
That was funny. I like that.
I don't even know why, but yeah, it kind of adds.
Look, cute lolly characters are always a win. I don't care what anyone says. Julia's best girl.
Okay.
That's just Julia's best girl. There was the one girl who's afraid of people, whose name I can't remember, and then the sporty chick, and then the friend who's just kind of...
You don't remember anyone that's not the lolly character.
I don't remember anyone who's not the lolly, no. Only the...
So basically...
Yeah, I don't...
they create their temporary duo or whatever, and it's kind of funny because Julie and Tor, or whatever his name, however you pronounce that, they're kind of the only boy-girl temporary duo, and so it's kind of yeah, it's kind of unusual for that to happen.
Yeah, so the rest of the anime, the rest of the episode really kind of just plays out very typical. Like if you've seen Infinite Stratos, or if you've seen, although that's a harem show, this isn't quite going the harem route, but it's very much that harem thing. You got 3 girls.
It might develop that kind of thing later, but as of right now, it doesn't seem like it's playing too much on the kind of harem thing.
But we got like the main character who's, I'm gonna do the right thing and I'm nice, and then I'm uncomfortable having a girl who's extremely overly attached and says all the wrong things at the right time.
At the wrong,
says all the wrong things at the right time.
Yeah. So, everybody kind of gets this assumption that there's something going on between the two of them.
Yeah, and it's funny though because they don't normally, like, these situations happen, right? Like all the time. It's a very common trope in anime, but usually it's the female character freaking out about it and then saying something wrong about it when she understands the misunderstanding. This was completely the opposite. She was like, she wasn't realize
she's doing anything wrong. Yeah.
She was completely like just oblivious to the words that she was saying, and thinking she's not embarrassed at all. And yeah, so that was the first episode. So the second episode, of name I can't remember. It's called Duo. Second episode's called Duo. Right, very easy to remember.
Yeah.
The second episode's called Duo, and it's basically just about them. They train a little bit. We learn a little bit more about the characters. We talked to the one chick who, again, I cannot remember her name for the life of me. The purple hair chick. I'm gonna write this down for next time so I can remember.
Yeah. Character names are, I don't know. She's kind of a side character, so I guess you could get away with not remembering her name for the most part. Well, I feel like she might develop more importance later, but as of right now, she's just kind of added for bits and pieces of humor every once in a while. Julie's definitely a main.
Yeah. But all the other girls, like, we haven't seen the girl who uses the dagger yet. We saw what's her faces. I think her name starts with a T. It's like Tamanachi or something like that. But it's
yeah.
I can look.
I don't think that's it.
I can look.
It's not tapioca.
Tomoe. Wait. Yeah, Tomoe.
Okay.
Tomoe.
That sounds right.
She uses a chainsaw, which we learned in episode 3. But so